Well, it's one of the first things pitchers work on once they hit Arizona and Florida for spring training. PFPs, pitcher's fielding practice. But when exactly does a pitcher take the lead to field a bunt or a slow roller? And when does the first baseman wave him off or take it himself? John and Carlos are over in Studio 42 to sort it all out. Guys?
Thanks, Fran. I'm going to go over one of the most difficult plays to simulate. In spring training, we do comebackers all the time as pitchers. When you release the ball, you got to become a fielder. The bunt plays are obviously self-explanatory, but it's the in-between play that is the hardest place to simulate in spring training. That's the play, the Bermuda Triangle, where the pitcher, the first baseman, and the second baseman have to decide what their roles are. So first and foremost for the pitcher, when I deliver the ball and I anticipate whatever's going to happen, I take a lot of pride in covering each area to the right, to the left. So when the ball is hit in between and I can't get to it, I have to go to a straight route to the bag. Carlos has to flip it to me, and then I make the out. The problem is knowing your fielder for a first baseman and pitcher, the communication can get very difficult. So if a pitcher isn't as athletic, he's taught to run straight to the first base route. When you deviate from that route, if the pitcher goes this way, that's when you have a problem. Nobody's going to be at first base. So for a pitcher, he has to know as soon as the ball is released, he has to anticipate where his fielders are and, more importantly, get to that first base bag in a direct route that's going to beat the runner. Now, Carlos, as a first baseman, tell me and talk through me the role that you have and the communication you have and your responsibilities on this play.
Well, it's very important for me to communicate with my second baseman. That is my responsibility. You don't have to deal with that. But at the second, when I talk to the second baseman, I let him know, hey, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to go after the ball. Or I can tell him, you're going to go get the ball, and I'm going to hang back. It all depends on the pitcher. If the pitcher's an athletic guy, I'm going to let him, give him a chance to get that ball, and I'm going to hang around the bag, which means that my backup is going to have to be the second baseman. So he has to come sprinting in, expecting him to miss it. If he gets it, great. I'm here at first base, and it's just a flip. Now, if he misses it, the second baseman is ready to pick him up. So that's why communication with the second baseman is so important. Now, if you have someone there that's not a good athlete, I can tell the second baseman, you go get the bag, I'm getting the ball, because I know this guy's not going to get there.
What is the one thing you're trying to do when you're tossing the ball, depending on the play and where you field it? What is the one key you have in trying to get the ball to the first baseman?
I don't like to flip it too high. Pitchers, it's too difficult. It's too many things going on. I want to give him just one dart. Very easy for him to see, pick up, catch it first, so he can look at the bag and step on it. Many times you throw the ball too high, it takes too long. He's catching it and trying to step on the bag at the same time. That's when you see guys drop it, you see guys trip over the bag. So I want to get it to him as early as possible. Sometimes you actually have to lead him, and I still try to throw a dart instead of one of those loopy little tosses like this.
Well, we're going to show you a play on how not to. This is a video shown throughout all of baseball on how not to get this play done. You can see Julio Franco, late start. I've got it. No one at the bag, and I try to drop and stop and roll. At this point, I don't think either way we're going to make the play. I tried to make a highlight film, and of course, it didn't get done. But that play in spring training is something that we work on, and you do it 1,000 times. But in the heat of the game, you just never know how and who's going to react. Back to you, Fran.